Hey there guys, welcome back to Squee-El's gaming channel. Today we're playing Forspoken, but this is going to be the full version of the game. It's kind of a follow-up to a video I already did where I played the demo, showcased the game a little bit. This one is way later in the game. I'm on chapter 11, about to enter this tower here you see in front of me to take on the third and final Tanta, which is basically like this elemental witch. They're kind of the big players in this game, slash the villains. But in the demo video, I showed a little bit of the open world and some of the side objectives, and I only had the wind and fire magic. Since then, I've gained the the water magic. However, it's definitely my least favorite of all the magic types, so I won't use water a whole lot, but I will show it to you guys a little bit.
Weird shit's all because of the break, isn't it?
The Tanta that I'm about to face specializes in the green magic, which is like wind with a little bit of lightning mixed in, I believe. But we gotta ascend this tower, take her on, do a series of fights. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of skipping around here, and then if I'm lucky, by the end of the video, I'll get to show you guys a little bit more of the open world, since there are some environments that I couldn't show you in the demo, but I won't have a whole lot of time for that. And there's some traversal magic I want to show too. Like there's a glide ability, there's a surf ability where you can surf on water, and then there's this grapple, which I can use at any time. I can use it on enemies, but I was using it to get up high ledges before, even though it doesn't, you can't get very high with it, as you can see. But there's certain items in the environment that react to the grapple that'll launch you farther, but the glide one's really where it's at. So I'll have to show you all those guys by the end of the video here. But let's see what we got going on as we ascend this tower. Just got some basic enemies here. Now, a lot of the enemies, I think the main focus of this mission is going to be a couple boss fights when we get up the floors here. But you do get, later in the game, these little lanterns start spawning. You can see one right there. And they're sort of annoying because they continuously spawn enemies and they won't stop till you destroy them. And then some of them, like this one, have a shield on it as well, so the shield won't go away until you defeat the enemies that it spawned. Plus side is, once you destroy the lantern, any remaining enemies that are left will also be destroyed, that were spawned by that lantern. But now you see it's exposed here, we can destroy it. You gotta get it though before the shield comes back up, or you'll have to go again. But that one's done. And I'm assuming that's pretty much this floor cleared. Jump up to about the 4th floor now. We got a boss fight, and it's like the cup. He just kind of left her arm and sort of betrayed us.
I think I get it now.
So I guess we were at the fight a version of him, because there was another cup on the ground before all this started. The cup is that little thing she wears on her wrist that kind of gives her most of her abilities.
You're the demon.
The sentient cup. Oh, but he's also a demon. Makes sense. Little story summary on all that one, since I know I kind of just threw this at you guys.
Thank you so much for your help, returning me to my former glory, helping me to defeat my captors, and allowing me to fulfill my destiny.
Destiny?
Revenge. Payback for an unforgivable crime. Do you really think the Red Ink would just crawl away and die after what the hunters did to them? No. I am their last and loudest laugh. The end game. The end of the Hunters. The end of Athia. The end of you. Now.
So this guy's a new tier villain. We've had the Tantas, and now we've got this, like, archdemon or something here. So they got pretty good villains in this game. They're definitely mostly more interesting than the hero.
Shit! My powers! They're gone!
Your powers! They were never yours. Without me, you are nothing.
So the goal is to just run. There's nothing she can do. Nothing except run. Gotta look for a chance to get out of the castle as fast as you can.
Shit!
Why me, ungrateful, selfish child? You think a few days of noble deeds make you a hero? Oh, did you think we were actually becoming best buds? That will have your trust issues even more nauseatingly all-consuming.
Shut the fuck up!
Well, this has been fun, but I think it's time I do what you couldn't.
He's just gonna let me hide behind
I've
some
gotta get
rocks
out of
here.
here.
Oh, the door is open now.
Run from responsibility. Run.
It's like, why didn't we just use the door this whole time? We got some interesting things happening in the story right now. It's a pretty dry story a lot of the time, so that's why I was kind of eager to get to some of the intense stuff when things started going down here at the end. I'm not at the very end of the game, but I'm pretty close. We're going to do some boss fights here. Going to have a character save us. Oh, it's a dragon? Wow.
Mother?
Mother? Twist. So, we ran into this dragon once before. Wow.
Is that it? Sorry to cut this reunion short.
Wow. Got some attacks.
Cinta?
Arise, daughter of Cinta.
What? What the hell?
So, got a bunch of these little magic things to absorb. These help you get, those points I have are points that you can use to upgrade your different spells and your various different spell trees, which I haven't unlocked the final one yet. I'm hoping to do that any time now here. So, yeah, I've been saving a few of these points to pour into that last skill tree, which I've got a decent amount now. I should be able to get hopefully about 3 spells upgraded at least when I get that tree unlocked. I'm probably going to favor that tree, so maybe even more than that. But you find a lot of those roaming around the open world, so they kind of make you run out of your way just a tiny bit on your paths while you're randomly sprinting across the environment. Okay,
Where
so
am
I guess that third Tanta really was dead. So now we have the power of all 3 of these Tantas plus her own, which was the earth magic. So we'll have 4 magic types, theoretically, once this little scene's over. Which is what I was really pushing for in this game, was that moment when you get all the magic. Just kind of sucks it took a little bit longer than I thought. The story's a decent length for a game, but kind of a shorter story than what you would think for how massive the open world is in this game. You'll see what I mean here in a little bit.
Truth. What truth?
Long ago, we Athians went to war with the Redig, inhabitants of a land.
So we're going to have little visions with each Tanta.
The war was won.
I think I'm going to include this in the
but it was a
video
hollow victory.
and not edit this out actually, because this might be pretty interesting little lore, especially if it's quick
Guess
like
she means
that.
the whole purge of the Redig thing. And Cuff had
This is
something
pretty
to do
cool
with
actually.
that.
This is a If I was ever going to do any of the story content for this game, this is actually probably one of the best
The
moments so
scars
far.
left by the war were deep and many.
Or not the best
Resources
moments, but I
began
should
to
say the
dwindle.
best like hour or
Though
two.
I tried to enact my
This like
laws
final
to limit
act of the game.
damage, I could not stem the tide.
So, Athia won the war, but was still screwed.
Each of us believed the problem should be solved differently. Though we knew one another as we knew ourselves, a rift grew between us. I searched desperately for a way to bridge the growing gap.
They couldn't get along even after all of that. Kinda sucks.
We were
Yeah,
so
you kind of
distracted
plowed
by
through
our
all three of
reflection
them
that we were blind
throughout the
to
game, but it was one at a time. They each presented their own thread pretty much as the story went on, until now we have this demon revealed, and he's just the biggest threat of all.
Great effort. We contained its wickedness. This battle won, soon another began.
But
The demon lives
since
on,
they were all divided and the demon was able to overcome them,
taunting us, driving us
my
mad.
character here has the magic of all three of them, so she can overcome this
Desperate to diffuse its
disadvantage
strength,
that they
we
had,
resolved to distance ourselves from one another.
which is what they're explaining.
Our sanity lost. We were no longer our people's protectors. Instead,
So you got the water, the wind, and the fire there. I already
It's
had the
my
water
fault
and
he's
fire,
free.
but I guess I'm getting the wind now.
What have I done?
And that might replace my earth magic. I'm not sure if the demon
will
will
be
have
well.
access to that or if Frey's
do you
still going to
remember
get it
those
back.
words, daughter of Sinta?
All will be well. You were able to stop us before Athia was completely destroyed.
You have nothing to lament. We are so grateful for all
So
that
these
you
are like
have
their refined selves, I guess, the
demon
original witches.
poisoned our minds.
Yeah, they
and the
did
land
seem a little
went
more
home.
corrupted before when
Cisurus
they were
will not
alive.
rest until all
So that's an
Athia
interesting
is
twist.
raised.
And now it returns with a new target.
Frey
Separ,
just resetting
last
the
bastion
balance of this
Athia's
whole world
humanity
here.
and hope.
It falls to you to protect our people. No other remains who can answer the call.
I can't.
Yeah, we still got one
I'm sorry,
city
but I don't have
remaining
any
in this
powers.
world. The whole
They
world's
were
pretty much
his
wiped
all
out, but
along.
there's like one
I
capital
actually
city.
believed I was a hero for a second there.
I was
You
hoping
know, that
there'd
I
be
could finally
multiple
fight
towns
back.
at least in the game to explore, but
But
the
no.
one town is pretty big. And sort of
Once
to
again,
try
I
to
tried
make
to
it a
do
little
the right
glorious
thing, and the
looking.
rug gets pulled
Had
right
like
from
some
under
fancy
me.
Roman look.
I thought maybe things could be different here. But look at me. I'm nothing. I'm not your last hope. I'm nobody.
You are blind to the power you carry within.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come, child. There is still more to learn.
Okay. Kinda getting some of my magic back. It took all my magic away from me for a second, but I got my wind magic back. Or my earth magic, I should say, which was Frey's magic, and now I got the wind magic / light magic, which is the green. So this is going to be my first time testing it out. As you fight one of these little mini bosses here, the story's kind of dragging right now, focusing on like memories of old characters and whatnot, and her childhood. But apparently she was born with the Tanta blood. That's the only thing to really take away from it all. So she's been a witch all along. So she's like relearning how to use all her magic despite losing the amulet. So, but let's try some of this green magic out. Let's avoid him. So this one has a bolt of its own. Oh yeah, so this is a nice replacement for the wind magic. or the earth magic. I keep wanting to call it wind because it's like the white magic or whatever. Let's see if there's, yeah, there's alternate abilities I can use. So I just threw a distortion field. There's also projection, which that's pretty dope. Oh, you got me with that. Got me with that too, I gotta dodge more. Let's see what else I can do. Heal myself. Nice. Didn't heal very much, but I'll have to try and buff that skill later. Use my regular healing item. And then that just leaves aggression, which sends out a spread of darts. Yeah, that's pretty lackluster. So obviously out of all these, projection's probably the best. The base attack's pretty cool as well. We got this combo. Then a charge attack, which like locks on to different points and shoots bolts. So I really like this one. I'm probably going to roll with this and fire now. So I'll have the green and red magic as my main loadout, but I gotta get the red magic back. Probably from the next boss or whatever. Taking out a couple of these bosses. This is technically still part of that tower quest. Having a little vision quest here on the sides, fighting bosses here and there. Nice, yeah, the wind magic's really useful.
Another Tanta's power.
Yeah, I'm getting the water back now, looks like. Yep. Don't really care about the water.
Indeed. No mere demon could grant such a gift. Your power was awakened on the day when you came home to us at last.
I don't know what to say.
Alright, so I'm at a point in the story here between these memories where I was able to save. I've got one of those little huts here that you guys might have seen in the previous demo for fast travel. If not, you know, keep an eye out for these if you're playing the game, because that's how you unlock fast travel. But before I continue the story and probably finish out this video with a boss fight, showcasing a little bit more of the green magic now as I have it upgraded, since that's the main focus of this video. So between my two videos, I'll have shown a decent amount of gameplay for 3 of the 4 magics. If you want to dive into the water a bit more, you'll have to pick the game up for yourself. It's a good game, but I wanted to show you guys a couple of the different areas here just real quick before we move on to this boss fight. I'm mainly hopping around to fast travel points here, trying to find a couple extra healing items to stock up before the end here. So let's go over here. I believe I showed off most of these icons on the map and what they were in like the demo, so I won't focus too much on that one in this video. But as you can see here in the demo video, in the first area is kind of this like lush green grassland type of area. But here we have like a very kind of canyonish, volcanic, and even kind of corrupt looking desert region, which was kind of like the second or third area you come to. It's pretty cool. There's a lot more potential for falling here, so it made it kind of a pain to run through this region in the beginning when you don't have the best abilities to climb. If you fall too far, made getting back up a pain. But there's that area. This map is huge, I must say. Like I said, compared to the story, the map's ridiculous, and there are still a couple sections of it that I haven't even really explored, like this whole section here. Some of it I wasn't able to get to before, because you need certain magics and then certain icons I just haven't messed with yet. I prioritize fast travel and upgrade shrines like these so far in my playthrough through the game, and then I'll go back and start clearing out a lot of these little combat objectives, which we showed some of those in the demo video as well, so there's always that. But there's, trying to think, there's like this little, there's like a regular desert too, which is a little bit different from the one that I just showed you guys that it was in here. Yeah, here we go. So it's kind of not all corrupt and stuff. Got a lot of cool like ruins and stuff throughout the map, like remnants of the old world. But so we got a desert here. So two sort of similar areas. There's also like this coast, which I believe is like... Actually, we'll go here. We'll check this out. There's a lake, which you don't really mess with water too much in this game, but here's the one cool water spot I will show you guys. It's the ability to just surf around on water like this, so it makes getting across the water pretty easy. Those little gold diamonds up down there above my health bar, that's your like magic ability. So once that runs out, I wouldn't be able to use that ability anymore. There's also a glide ability. I'll show you guys this. I think it's technically a water ability as well. So water's good for getting around more than attacking. It's kind of specializes in attacking groups of enemies. I guess I could just throw a couple random water abilities. You got like this pillar here which you can hide behind. And she does kind of have a little ranged attack, which isn't bad. Charge it up. She fires like shotgun blasts, so again it makes kind of groups a better suit for using the water magic there. Alright, so we got this lake here. There's kind of a majestic little coast somewhere over here. This is the area I was just in down here. It's kind of like the end game area. It's like this big grassy... It's sort of similar to the first area. The first area was kind of like grassy looking, but as you can see here, it's all sort of corrupt with the magic stuff and kind of darker theme. The sky is all like majestic looking. But yeah, the tower is in that direction. Then let's go ahead and see where we got the coast. Which I believe is this here, more or less. It's kind of this like mountainous region that sort of runs along the side of what I'm assuming is like the ocean. No. Here's the water temple. This isn't the exact zone I was looking for, but you can see there's an ocean down there. The glide ability is nice, but earlier in the game I was breaking my falls with the grappling ability by doing that right before I hit the ground. So that's a little tip if you're early in the game still and you don't have the glide ability yet, because you do spend a lot of time jumping off of cliffs and stuff. Yeah, I was going to try to find the coast, but I'm not going to hit up all these fast travel locations guessing. But there is an ocean, a nice little majestic skyline. You can see a piece of it from here. And that's mostly about it. There is a big city, like I said. I can't remember if the city was shown in the demo or not. But the city is this right here. And it has its own fast travel zone. I can't travel there at the moment. It's off limits until I finish the story here, which is like a chapter or so. Otherwise, I'd take you guys over there. But yeah, then a lot of the environment kind of starts to get sort of looking like this. Like there's a bit of rocks, there's a bit of grass, open fields. This area is more dried up, kind of autumn looking, but a lot of it's just like variations in green. Some of it's very intense green, like we just saw, and then some of it's kind of like mid-tier green. But this is kind of the majority of the environment you'd see in the game. There is fog like this that appears fairly often. Generally, you want to avoid the fog. I'm gonna kind of... The fog can mean two things. There's parts of the map that can get light fog like that, which is just it's sort of just a visual thing. But then there's a deeper fog that once you enter, it's like kind of the break or whatever they call it, which is like when you're inside of it, it's just kind of like a chaotic storm, and all these evil magic creatures just kind of spawn constantly and harass the environment within the storm. They even attack just random animals and stuff running around too. I've even caught that before, so I see here's some regular animals. But I was trying to see if any of that might have been the break, but it was not. But sometimes, yeah, I might have to... I don't think I'm going to get any break gameplay in this video just because I don't know if I'll be able to work it in, but I might try to squeeze some in at some point if I'm fortunate enough to come across the storm today. But I do also have this extra dash ability. Once the fire lights up there, if you hit it exact that moment, you get a little boost in your running speed. So as you can see, just traversal in this game and getting around is just really easy. It's really fun and nice, especially since there's this big, vast open world to explore. But that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys for this right now. I just wanted to let you see that the world sort of does change up a little bit. Got varying different looks, regions, and all that. Maybe we will just hop over here real quick, see one more. Kind of just a regular green area. A little contrast to the one I was just in. Yeah, see? Just a regular little woods now. Got some majestic sights sometimes, like, you know, ruins over there. Magic stuff like that. There's some pillars there. That little orange thing right there, I'm glad I noticed it, because this is the one thing I was talking about earlier that you can use the grapple to do. And just ascend. There's ones like this that can shoot you upward, and then there's more of like a pole type one that shoot you forward. This I'm not going to do. This is like a little puzzle. It's kind of just a basic puzzle. You push the pieces around and build the picture, and you get a little treasure in there. Those kind of stump me sometimes, so I ignore them. But yeah, that's just a rough little intro to the world. Like I said, the map is huge. I can't possibly do it justice in this short time, but I wanted you guys to see some of the objectives. Most of these markers you'll be familiar with if you watch the demo video. But these belfries are fast travel locations, and so are the refuge. This little house that I showed you. So those are the two things you mainly want to prioritize early on, so you can start setting yourself up for easier access getting around the map. That would be my advice. But over here there's a spell fountain I want to get. It's for the wind magic. So one last little detour here before I go face this one of these final bosses, but I caught myself in a blight storm, which this is what happens. You kind of hear a thunderbolt or two, and Frey, you know, expresses like something's going on, and then it gets all blue and stormy like this, and then just these beasts here spawn up all over the place. You can kind of see, like I said, they're even kind of fighting the local wildlife, like this giant bear. You can kind of fight them, but it's not really... Generally, you're just kind of on the run, because there's so many enemies, and most of them are pretty powerful. I was trying to make my way here to this fountain here,
Almost feels like it's
so I could upgrade the last of my magical abilities, but I just wanted to show you guys the storm. I don't remember if I got a look at one of these in the demo or not, but these are how you unlock certain spells. Some of your spells you unlock via spending those points that I'm collecting, and then there's a couple spells like this one that are locked, and you have to find this little shrine in the environment. I also just unlocked this little super jump with the wind ability, so you could like do that, throw in a glide, throw in a grapple, run up the wall. Your traversal options are pretty awesome. But now, with no more delays, let's go fight this boss guy.
Cannot help but pray you will choose to fight for Adam.
Turns out, her mother is the fourth
Only
Tanta, who was also
make
that
that
dragon,
choice.
so she fell as well. Which makes sense, because 3 all-powerful Tantas just seem kind of like a weird number, so we got 4 here, and now I'm on Tanta.
Alfrey,
And here's that
we have
choice I
shown you
was
the
talking
past,
about.
that you
You can
might
go
better
forward
understand the
and
present.
face the final boss, or I can
Susurrus
return to
needs
New
destroy
York,
Sepal, and Athia
live
with
in
it.
peace, and the
This will
quest.
be your last and hardest battle. And your last and hardest choice. It is not to be made lightly.
So you get 2 choices
Have you
here.
made your decision?
Got New York, and this looks like the final boss battle. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to New York. We'll see how this quick ending happens.
This is your choice. So be it.
Sorry to let you down, Mom.
Goodbye,
I am no
Alfred.
hero.
I will always love you.
So it turns out our main character, Frey, here was actually not born in New York. That's where she was sent originally to escape all the madness that was befalling the Tantas. But obviously she was very attached to her life in New York.
Where do we go now?
And that's it. That's the end. So obviously that's not the ending we want, so I could hit continue, and it just automatically pops us back in here with those amazing PS5 loading times. And now we'll go ahead and go through the other portal and fight the boss guy here.
I can't just let go of what he did. It's time to do the right thing. It's time to use my powers. For Athia.
And you shall. You are a Tanta. The power lies within you. And you will have your mother by your side.
Sorry, Homer. Alright. Let's do this.
Alright, I'm officially entering Chapter 12 now. The final chapter of the game. However, there is way more content after this, so make sure you stay tuned.
We have to help them. I'll clean up down here. You keep that bastard busy.
Looks like we're not rushing directly to the boss. We're going to help save some civilians. So we're back at that city, actually, that I mentioned. It's obviously been having a hard time being the only real civilization left in the world. This is like the second or third time that they've been attacked. So I guess I'm probably going to finish the video out with this story mission here to get some gameplay of my... last little bit of gameplay of my spells. Throw a couple different things at enemies.
Please! You have to protect us!
There it is!
I really like these little lava minions I can summon. And I upgraded my, this ability. So now it does the lightning, and then also that, a follow-up attack. So it's really cool. Ideally, you really want to be like switching ability types constantly.
That's gotta hurt.
I got the flower here that can attack enemies as well. This magic's still pretty good, the earth. But it's I'm most used to this one because you unlock it pretty early on.
Okay. Alright!
Just gonna see if there's any other ability I could do. I could try the hardcore water attack.
Right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, the water's just dinky.
We got
You gotta make sure you're always dodging in this game, otherwise you just really won't last.
Come on.
And you gotta get the timing kind of down.
My ace in the hole. That's it.
This one's better to chain these attacks together. Hit him with a couple regular attacks first, and then hit him with a charged one.
Come on.
Well, if I could not get wrecked.
Got you on your toes now.
He's done? Oh, apparently not. Alright, well, now he's done. Nope, this guy's really tough. He might just be
Okay.
immune to the wind there. Give myself some heals.
Try
Distortion.
this for size.
Mess him up a little bit, just kind of using some
Let's
attacks.
see.
Oh, there we
That's
go,
not doing
suppression.
much.
I can make myself invisible. I wasn't sure how to use that spell before, so now I
Wanna see
know.
a magic trick?
Burrow? Blind? Or bind, yeah, so he's stuck there. Let's bust out something else for fire. Do a charge there. Now I can finish him off, he's on the ground. Or no, not actually.
My ace in the hole.
Got these little swords that attack, which are pretty cool. And then last but not least for this one, Beacon.
There.
Sends those orbs at the enemy or whatever. So now we got some flyer units. Pick them off. So they're a bit more challenging, so definitely want to focus on. I wasn't sure if this was going to hit him. Probably use wind magic, or earth magic, I keep calling it. Yeah, the regular attack is actually pretty good for these guys. Real quick, before I finish this up, since this whole little combat is probably going to take us a little bit, just a bit of advice. Pretty much blow through the main story as quick as you can in this game. The world is huge, and it's definitely going to be the ending, is to explore more of the world, do all these combat scenarios that I'm preparing for. But I mainly prioritize these shrines to boost my strength, the fountains for magic, and then the belfry and the houses that I showed you for fast travel. That's pretty much how I've played this game. So, because you have to spend a little bit of time exploring the map, you know, as you play the game. So, grabbing fast travel along the way, and any of those little beacons you see that give you magic experience, which are just kind of everywhere. Focusing on all that stuff, because a lot of the stuff you come across, you're either, some of it you won't be able to reach because you don't have the right traversal skills yet, and some of it, whoops, some of it you won't be able, like some of the enemies you won't be able to take on either, because you'll find areas that are just like higher level than you, so you'll have to come back anyway. And there's a few different items you can get, like different cloaks, nail polish, and necklaces, which boost your stats. They're kind of the game's items. I have a few, but there's still more I need to get. These birds are kind of annoying. I've fought a few of them before, but never so many. This guy's just launching a full attack on this city. Oh, it's like, how many more are there going to be?
Bullseye.
This is working better. Alright, there we go. Oh, now we got a big boy here. With more enemies. He actually looks pretty tough.
Yeah, this one's freaky. My ace in the hole. My ace in the hole. Okay. Aha! Not good. Nope, not working. Damn. Cool. Yep. Oh, this one. Yeah. Come on.
Wow, he just like knocked me out of my ultimate.
This'll do it.
Need to get more minions
Time
out
for
here.
my favorite. Okay.
Which I guess your magic doesn't charge as quick if you don't have it equipped, so just have to finish him with some light magic.
Okay, here we go.
This guy's done. Nope. Survived that. Now you're done. Jeez, that was kind of a annoying boss fight. Alright, let's skip up to the main guy. Alright, so we're facing the last guy now, and we're having kind of a sky fight. I re-linked up with my dragon. I might chop this fight a little bit up just to get it done in the time that I have left, but figured this part was worth at least showing a little bit of before I get to the main event here. Trying to keep all these little birds off me from damaging me until he shows himself, and then I just light him up with fire. Pretty simple little part of the fight here, but I guess these birds are kind of part of his health, which is weird. Kind of tells you where they're going to be coming from heavily. Dragon kind of tears through them all, fortunately. It's hard to get them all, though. And there's our guy over there. Burn him directly. Does way more damage. And now Frey's got a heal. Took some damage, ignoring that horde he sent in.
Oh, just look at the two of you. How adorable. But what you're doing is completely fatal. You have no idea what you're up against. The tainted bloodline of the Hunters ends here.
Fuck you. No, you're not getting away with this.
Now we're kind of teleporting across the realm, fighting this like god tier villain here.
Ready? end this. Together.
Not sure what the point of that no phase was.
Always be cruel. Mighty will rule, and the weak will perish. You can't protect your child from me. You couldn't then, you can't now.
No! No! You can't die.
So, lost the dragon, but I have Frey's Awakening now. Her awakening her true power, and many of her abilities are greatly improved. So that's going to make this fight a lot more interesting. New spell. Can press the two sticks together to move rapidly to avoid damage by warping. So that's even more effective than what I was doing. The skip ability. Okay, that might be useful.
Saw her mother died, and yet you still choose to face me?
Give me a Turok!
Nice.
You think you could win against me?
Of course I can, you lying sack of shit!
I never lost. Not once. I stand by what I say. Without me, you are nothing. Wanted to hear.
Okay, so you're a gaslighting sack of shit. And don't act like you did me any favors. Without me, you'd still be collecting dust in a pawn shop. You needed me.
Oh, we got some big guys here.
My ace in the hole. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh my. It's like not sure I could even dodge that one. Gotta hit him. Aha. Can take advantage of this.
Gotcha.
So he's got more minions popping up down here for me to deal with. Take this chance to heal a little bit.
Worst, you will hasten your demise. I am prepared to look death in the eye. For the
Not particularly. Probably should have saved this. I thought he was going to launch another attack. That wasn't what I expected. Three of these big bear guys, wow.
far without me.
You'd have been pretty screwed without my help, too. Right on the money.
Oh, he's got 3 versions of himself now. Yeah, this I'm definitely gonna have to teleport for. Woo! Yeah, that's ridiculous. Still didn't allow me to completely avoid damage. I'm not sure if I can even reach him up there. I already see how I gotta do this. Stuck in something. Oh, he's got like another form over here.
This'll do it.
That bird that's stunning me. Setting me up to horrible counterattacks. Much better.
Not defeated me yet.
God, can't we just...
Vengeance will be mine. You will pay for this prey.
I won't be the one to pay for. Sorry. I'm not letting you break the fall. Yeah, I get that a lot. Not many people see my... No. My anger and resentment. But I see yours. You are pissed at the taunted. You would do anything to settle old scores. You don't care if innocent people have to die.
Duties are meant to be.
I am so tired of your bullshit. Take accountability for your actions. Ha!
Your death is inevitable.
Try this for size. All right. Ha! Ha!
Loss of my kind in Athia comes to an end.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Hang in there, Frank.
That didn't go how I was hoping.
Served by your defeating me.
I couldn't care less about justice. All I care about is kicking your ass.
I was given life that Athia might burn.
Didn't need to miss that attack.
All must die.
Yeah, wind is, or earth, I keep doing it. Earth isn't bad. Still feel like the light magic is probably best for him.
Oh yeah.
I have my wind
You
magic
pissed off the
upgraded
wrong
considerably though, so definitely gonna be using it.
Why go to such extraordinary lengths?
So you don't get the satisfaction of winning. I am not dying now. Enjoy. Whoa. Yeah.
He teleported, what a jerk. Keeps busting out new little wingies. Wasted that one. Not entirely, still got him.
Too many. But I'm gonna make up for it by stopping you. Oh, damn.
All these little whirlwinds seem
Ready
to
for
kind of
this?
pull me around.
And that's that.
Oh, I feel like you could have just done it the whole time. You should have, bud. Yeah.
Why do you still stand?
Because people are counting on me. Can you feel it, Cuff? The beginning of the end.
Say who's the last one standing.
Ready? No, I can't lose.
See if I can get ahead of him. Nope. Looks like I need him to come to the ground.
The whole time, but I'm done running from my problems. And I'm done running from you.
It's been hell.
I can finish him off if he just gets to the ground here.
Take that.
All must die. And new worlds will be built on Athens.
Now you're done, bud.
The dream of the Red must be done.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Cuff, I don't get why.
Alright, and that's pretty much the final boss fight of the game, so I'm going to call this in a minute. Make sure you guys, as always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Keep helping me grow to the next level here.
You're right.
I know this video series has been a little bit weird. I normally would do more content for a game like this, but
Even when you think
there's a
you
lot
are.
to see here, and I hope I covered enough to maybe get you guys interested in the game. But I'm going to avoid the very last spoiler here as this little cinematic plays out and we finish off the boss. Looks like he's kind of got the upper hand, but it's a video game, so we know she's going to win. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the game, and if you guys will be interested in the DLC for this game, make sure you keep an eye out on my Instagram for all that. She's got all her little mage friends here, so yeah, we knew this is how they were going to turn this around. So pretty little epic conclusion. Finish out the video with. That's that. Perfect. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.